Hi there, Leo. So this reading is for anybody that's Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign. I am going to do a general reading for the month of March, and the spread that I am going to use is current situation, obstacles, and advice. So what is the current situation for Leo? And what are the obstacles right now for Leo? And what advice do we have for Leo? So the card that I pulled for you for your current situation is the Six of Cups in reversed. So upright, this card, I called it the nostalgia card, childhood memories, looking to the past. It's usually a very happy card, looking at things as they were when you're growing up and, fond memories. But in the reverse position, it's actually maybe suggesting that maybe something from your past is come up that has left you quite emotional. It could be, it could be anything that is leaving you in an emotional place from your past, from, I would hate to say abuse, but it could be something in that realm, or it could be, witnessing something negative in your past. It's a lot of childhood feelings that have come to the surface. And because this card is in the reverse position, I would say that's blocked energy. So it's kind of like things that you do not want to face from your past are coming up right now, and you're just not really wanting to deal with it. It could be a multitude of different things, but it's kind of like any negative emotional experience that you have from the past, it's coming up right now, and you are not necessarily wanting to look at it or deal with it right now. It's too emotionally painful. So yeah, you have a lot of heartache, I would say, from a childhood incident, or your entire childhood. It could be, but it's things that are coming up from the past. The obstacle position, we have the High Priestess. So this card is from the major arcana, and cards from here represent life's major events and changes. And so I feel as though, with this, whatever trauma that has happened from your past that's come up right now, that the biggest obstacle that you have is really allowing yourself to go within and look at these things. As much as, we try to be strong and we want to overcome and move forward for anything that's negative that's ever happened in our past, sometimes we need to take the opportunity to look at these things so that we don't carry them along with us anymore. As much as we don't necessarily see, clearly the results of anything that we've suppressed from our past, if you look at your life, you might see little reflections of anything that has been suppressed. And so the High Priestess is usually telling you to go within and allow yourself to be guided by, if you believe in God or the divine universal energy, universal consciousness, allow that to come in and help you to clear and remove these emotional wounds, to go within, to go deep, and allow divine guidance to shift anything negative that happened in your past, as opposed to like suppressing it. It's like allowing it to heal by looking at it and experiencing it again. And if it means that you're going to have to get emotional and cry and allow it to breathe again, it doesn't mean that whatever happened is right. It doesn't mean that you are forgetting what might have happened, but allowing it to breathe and be resolved in that sort of way is kind of what this card is suggesting. And that is being your obstacle here, is that you might not be allowing yourself to go within and go deep and actually really take a look at anything that has caused some emotional turmoil from your childhood. And then in the advice position is the Three of Swords upright. And so this card, just in general, to me, means stop repeating old patterns. And it's kind of like what I was saying with these other two cards here is that, you know, you might have something emotional that's coming up from your past. And right now it's kind of like you're not necessarily willing to take a look at it and go within and get a little bit deep and emotional about the situation. But this card is saying you're going to have to stop repeating old patterns. If we don't necessarily recognize the things that have affected us in our past and we just suppress it and don't look at it and allow it to actually, like, you know, be resolved, you're going to see it reflected in your life on or over and over and over again. You might not recognize it specifically, but it always is going to keep on showing up again and again until it's actually been dealt with. And so this card is saying it is time, if you have not, you know, maybe gone to therapy or seen a life coach, or, you know, maybe you need to have a reading of some sort, or there is just a lot of emotional gunk that I feel it has been suppressed. And this card is saying stop repeating old patterns by suppressing it, and it might be time for you to be allowing it to come out and be dealt with in as an adult in an emotional way. And if that means that you need the guidance of a coach, a mentor, a spiritual counselor or whatnot, it's time for you to take a look at that. Because if you are wanting to have your best life yet, facing and dealing with all the things that have been emotionally suppressed up until now, it is necessary for you to take a look at them in order for you to see the life that you want, deserve, and desire. So I hope that reading has served you well, Leo. I suggest you subscribe over here. That was your reading for May, and I'll see you again next month. Take care.